on the Brocast. On the Brocast. On the Brocast, yeah.
What's up, everybody? Hell yeah, it's good to be back. Welcome to the Brocast. It's Saturday, it's 3 p.m., and we're live. I know, it's been a while, been a few weeks. Moving's been hectic and, you know, all of that jazz, but we're back, we're live, and my name's Commander Josh Hawkins. I'm joined by Commander Turgeon Starstone.
Hello,
Oh,
everybody.
there he is. And Commander Greytest.
Beep bop.
Who is somewhat robot-y today, so we'll accept that as his I am here. Probably he'll be sounding like that for the rest of the show. Anyhow, it's great to be back, guys. Where have I been? Oh my god. I have been literally moving and packing, unpacking, renovating, all of that stuff. You can see the nice hardwood floors that I installed down here somewhere beside me, if I could point my finger in the right direction. Goddamn camera's backwards, so it's weird. It's like not mirrored.
Down,
I don't know.
point down.
Oh, down? This end.
Usually
No,
down.
this end.
Floor.
Oh, there it is. There it is. That floor right there. Okay, so I did those floors. Those are the ones. And the rest of the house, which you could see, there's still some, you know, stuff that hasn't been hung, and there's boxes of wires next to me. But I'm sitting in my space chair, which I actually have out of storage because I bought a new home, and I got a room. I got a room for my stuff. I have an actual man cave again. You know what? Here, I can give you a quick tour of the man cave. Here's the man cave. There's the computer. There's box o' wires, as every good man cave ought to have. That is the genuine article right there. You can buy that online. It's called Box of Messy Wires. Or you can buy it from me. I'd be glad to give it away, because holy crap, those wires are not fun. Just untangling them is a pain in the arse. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Today we are playing Elite Dangerous! Oh my god! I'm not sure why, but apparently it was suggested that we should. It's making me cry.
There you go. Hey!
I've been in the game since, what time did we jump in already?
2 hours ago.
Oh, 2 hours ago, and I've accomplished a whole lot of, well...
Shut up, audience. Right.
Not much, really. I've accomplished a whole lot of not much. I think I may possibly have made 17,000 credits. I know, impressive. The whole point of this live stream...
I'll just give a quick introduction, if you guys can hear me. We will make credits today. At least we will try to make credits today.
How much is not...
by the means of sourcing wing missions. So bring your big cargo ships to Daisy Sheets, Alice Gateway. That's where we're gonna start off from. I hope you've been all very, very busy and doing missions for Starstone Industries, because having reputation with them will come in handy.
Yes.
So if you want to join in, do that. We have 2 more slots in our wing. Josh will do some passenger missions for first and see what he can do with those. And we will do some sourcing wing missions in the background and make some money. And you guys are very welcome to join in and form some wings on your own, or join our wing as long as there's slots left.
I'm going to do a couple passenger missions in the meantime, because I want to see, I know that they made some changes to passenger mission payouts, but I haven't really done a whole lot of them. And I wanted to see what that was actually like. I figured it was a good activity to start this off while people are kind of getting over to that system. And winging up to do some wing missions, and then I will be heading over there shortly. I have a few jumps I need to make, because I picked up a couple of contracts, if I can remember how to access them. And
yes, Vortex, sorry, that was Commander Vasco de Toada, or Toda, whatever you have to pronounce that. And yeah, he's been out there for 18 months, and he brought back an exploration gain of 22.4 billion credits. After he sold data for 2.5 hours of selling data. Yeah.
Like
so you can look forward to that, Josh, but you're still gonna have to make your way back.
How much exploration data did he have?
Something like...
Well, I suppose half of it would have been old
but
data like yours.
Several, like many thousands of systems worth.
Jesus, that's incredible. Well,
some under the old scoring system, some under the new.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Most of mine are under the old
Exactly.
one, right?
A lot.
Yeah,
Well,
no
yeah.
doubt.
But it doesn't
24
matter.
billion.
You'll,
22.4.
even the length of time you,
22.4.
even the length of time you've been out there in old money, a little bit of time with the new money system will make it worthwhile. And with the Q4 updates, you can start mapping things as well as just.
Well, that's the
so,
thing with the Q4 updates.
monies.
I might not ever come home. I might just continue and resume exploration, as
The
it
man
were.
who never returned.
That's right. Just going. It's like the Energizer Bunny, you know. Just keep going. Never to come home. I have found that I'm learning to fly again, which is a little interesting because I've been doing a lot of loop of shames and missing my landing pads and stuff and things. How long did it take him to sell that? Is asking Keith Kerwin Jones.
Not 5 minutes.
No, certainly not 5 minutes.
Anyway, who've we got in chat there? I should say hello to everybody.
Did
Mercer,
I?
Keith
there we
Kerwin
go.
Jones, Sinclair, Charles from Anime, Henry Kissinger, yeah, General Ghost, always General Ghost, Lakekins, yeah, you would say that. Dallas, come on, Third Pucker, Scalebags, come on, Gears, come on, Divergence, Lucci, hey Lucci, who's that greatest? Never heard of him. Matthew Miner, Scorp, Nuke, yeah, Buster Goat, I'd love that name. Spooky, Nightbot, the ever reliable Nightbot.
Good to see all of you.
Other guy, Vortex, good grief, the gang's all here, isn't it?
It's certainly been a while. It's certainly been a
and
while.
That canopy guy, he's here too.
You know,
I'm Dick Dorr, nice name. Sebathius, Matt's Galaxy, and Commander Platus in the house. Everybody, deployed is in the house. All hail deployed.
Hello everyone. Welcome back to the Brocast. Sorry we were gone for so long. Life, you know, I guess that's pretty much all there is to it. It's that life thing always getting in the way of our gaming, right? But but you know, it had to be done. I'm very happy. I've moved into a nice little 3-bedroom home. I've got a man cave. I've got light in the house. I'm no longer in a 1-bedroom basement apartment. It's a big change, and all for the better, because as life continues, more and more things will develop, like Shibuka's life developed into a new little life. I may be looking into one of those sometime in the near future, so we'll see how that's gonna affect the Brocast. Right? It'll turn into 3 men and 2 babies. Instead of just, actually no, it's more like 3 babies right now, but well,
we're all babies.
No, Josh is not pregnant, Nightbot, not yet. Not yet.
I just found a 10 million palladium sourcing mission for 756 units. Do you think?
Do we
I'm gonna quickly
think what? Because you all...
I'm talking to the wing that we have formed here in station right now.
Palladium, sir.
I'm looking on. I'm trying, guys. I'm trying to use the in-game tools to do this. Just saying. So let's look for metals. Where is that? Chemicals, food, metals, palladium. Export prices. Come on, give me something. Wow, there's absolutely nothing around. Not one system that sells palladium.
So I don't want to start off with negative, but I will just quickly point out and remark that before I started this, and maybe there's something I'm missing. Maybe there's something that Greytest and Turgeon and I missed. But before I got into the game, we were saying, okay, well, what could we do? And we started off by saying passenger missions. So that's why I'm doing some passenger missions right now, just to earn a little bit of credits. But what I realized is that you need to have some type of allegiance with these people to actually qualify for missions that are worthwhile. And since they've nerfed the payout on the passenger missions, anything that's like 10 or 20 million, you're going 20,000 light years before you can actually earn those credits. So it occurred to me that I had no way of finding out which factions or which systems I actually had built faction standing with by using the in-game tools, and I'm still trying to figure out if there is a way to do that, and I can't seem to do it. The only way that I was able to do it is by relying on some bookmarks that I had made when bookmarks became a thing, and looking at systems that I was doing like Empire faction missions in, and I had bookmarked those systems. So I went down there and sure enough found one where I had a decent amount of faction. But does anyone know of a way in-game to tell where you may have built faction standing with any particular faction or system? Because that would be uber helpful in doing these sort of things and determining where you should go if you actually want to get a decent mission. Just use Inara, says Ash Poker.
Well,
and also
I've
long time
found
no see, yes.
I found
Hi,
some places
Ash
with
Poker.
palladium, just not very much in each location.
I'm currently flying to Kuli, was the closest system with a supply, but the data was not up to date.
We'll see.
So I think the issue is, I think there is probably systems around that do sell it. The problem is to see those systems, you need their trade data, and there is no like bulk way trade of all the systems around you.
Yeah.
And on top of that, as far as I see, the race galaxy map of systems around you in the trade view is very limited. It's like, I don't know, 50 light years or so, and you can't see, or maybe 100, but you can't see beyond that, so you don't see any systems that might have the stuff that you're looking for that are further away than that for some reason.
Yeah.
These little things that really hold this back.
Look at this. I'm actually going to get to see some ice geysers because of this tourist mission thing that
Nice.
I took. Yeah.
Well, that's a positive, certainly.
That is a positive. It certainly is to be able to just go, oh, hey, look at this, ice geysers. And I saw that on the passenger mission board, and I thought, oh, okay, that's kind of cool. I'd like to go see some ice geysers because, you know, God knows I may have only seen them once before, and it took me 3 days or 3 weeks to find them. So this will be very interesting. I'm excited.
By the way, guys, if you want to join in making the money, we currently full in the wing that we have, but feel free to use the Brocast Discord, the Elite Dangerous voice channel that you have there to, yeah, just form your own wings and wing up to make this more efficient, because you can share the wing missions so everybody can work on the same mission so it goes quicker, and you can share the rewards as well so everybody gets to pick a reward for that completed mission.
Let's see. Blazegaze in chat is saying, hey guys, what's your thought on that new game coming out next month by Egosoft, X4 Foundations?
Oh yeah, you know, it's interesting. I actually saw that Obsidian Ant had put out a video talking about X4, and I was a big fan of the X series, single player though it is. And I didn't even realize that they were making a new one, so that's exciting. I've already referred one of my friends over to it.
And I have to say, I'm carefully excited because, yeah, they had a big mess with the last one, X Rebirth. But the previous games, I mean, Terran Conflict and those X3 games, Reunion and Terran Conflict, they were pretty good. Like, I enjoyed them big deals. So I hope they return to glory and make this one even better.
You know, the X games have always been a lot of fun. There is a lot to do in them, and the only reason why I'm not playing them right now is because they're one of those things where you need a crap ton of free time because it's a single player kind of like build an incredibly large empire deal. And as cool as that is, I'm more into the multiplayer aspect of things. So for me, it's not that appealing.
Yeah, that's a fair point. But what is the big positive turn side of that is those are games that you can actually play offline. For a change.
That is true.
I mean,
you can actually play offline.
Yeah. Which you'll be very thankful of with your sort of internet connection at the moment.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Oh, speaking of internet connections,
Nobody.
No, it's
Here we go.
no. This isn't a bragging thing. It's not a bragging thing. It's just a hey. By the way, has anyone noticed that the quality of the stream is like beautiful? Oh yeah.
Not bragging at all. No.
I haven't checked it, but I'm sure that my bar is green straight across the board. I even bumped it up to 6,000 kbps just for the hell of it. So I think you should be able to stream now or watch the feed in full 1080p, right? I'm hoping.
Great. I got a whole 50 tons of palladium here. Wow.
Yeah, that's
brag,
going to be
gloat.
the most that you find. You'll find it in 6s and 10s, and not going to find it in huge quantities. Yeah, unfortunately.
No.
Oh, that was cool.
This. No. There has to be a better way.
Okay, so that was kind of interesting. I've never actually seen ice geysers like this before. Geysers, whatever you want to call them. As I was flying towards it, it looked like it was spouting out steam. And then as I got right up close to it, it stopped spouting steam and the sound changed, and now it's spewing out ice water. That's very neat. Clearly, the field is not fully activated at the moment, because I can see a whole bunch of these little ice anuses all over the planet here. And none of them are really going. I'm going to assume that if this was the brighter side of the planet, we'd probably see a lot more of them popping off their ice. But there we go. Ice geysers. All right. Look at this. It's an ice anus. What do you call many anuses? Anu? Ice anu? Is that what this is?
What?
Ani?
Yeah,
It's an ice ani field?
Anakins?
Anakins? What? All right, let's get the hell out of here. It's enough of that. Enough of that. Let's start off the show talking about Anu. Let's get off this heinous planet. All right. Where do we gotta go next? Passengers. Hugh Laurie seeks sightseeing adventure. Okay, right.
Hugh Laurie.
Let's see. This guy here, rich tourist with
What
investor
about
weekend.
That picture.
Oh, you wanna put that picture?
Well, go on. You might as well. That's what you were greeted with when you logged in, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, I guess I should
Okay.
put it up there.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on a sec. Let me. I didn't actually save it yet. Discord. Yeah, it was interesting. I go looking for passenger missions, and the very first planet that I land on, or station that I land on, had a very interesting tourist, which I'll put up on the screen here in just a sec. I'm saving it. Please tell me I'm not flying into a planet at the moment.
I can tell you that.
Okay,
He could tell you that.
yeah, please.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm not looking. I've got no idea. I can tell you that.
We should probably go here, and then I probably have a picture somewhere. Add, image. We're getting there, slowly but surely.
Shirley?
Who the hell, Shirley?
Don't call me Shirley.
Rather we call you like Maureen or something. We could do that. Here it is. Okay. Oh, perfect. Beautiful. Let's put this full screen. So this it's so ridiculous. I can't believe this is what popped up on the goddamn thing. Hold on a sec, guys. It's coming up here. There it is.
A quick note, this is completely unedited. That's how it was in game.
Exactly,
Yes.
that is
Exactly
how
how the avatar looked. Exactly like that.
Yeah, of course it was.
That's right. So the very first goddamn planet I land on, and I go to passenger missions, and the first passenger mission is Royal Hawkins seeks sightseeing adventure.
A rich tourist.
Fantastic. A rich tourist, eh? Yeah, more like a broke tourist right now. I just spent all my money moving.
Yeah, spent it all on those wayfarers and that crown, didn't he?
Well, there you go. Royal Hawkins. Apparently Royal Hawkins is an actual character in the game, so go find Royal Hawkins and Desi
he'll be
it.
turning up again.
Yeah, so we hope to see Royal Hawkins somewhere or another. All right.
Probably not with that face.
Let's get Royal Hawkins off the screen. That face, though. Wow. Very regal, says Nightbot. All right, let's see. I got those ice geysers. Shayla Morin. Let's see. Did we go do this one yet? That one is way up over there. 120 light years. Should I be able to see all my missions? Yes, I guess I can.
Oh,
Okay,
Keith had the same
there,
idea
there.
as did I. We're currently in the same system.
What was that idea?
Go to the one with the biggest supply, even though it's quite far away, because it has the best chance to actually get any palladium at all. Also, it was updated rather recently, so maybe there's still something left. Yeah, Keith, don't grab everything, please.
Oh, scan the beacon before I leave. I'm pretty sure I did scan the beacon. I hope, gosh, I hope I scanned the beacon. I don't want to have to go back down there. Yes, Commander Giz. I am a low-value target, apparently. Let's see. Did I scan the beacon? Please tell me I scanned the beacon.
It's minor royalty. You know.
Passengers, rich tourists, ice
Well,
geyser,
you see
blah,
how
blah,
much
blah,
we
blah,
need
blah.
in total, Keith, and I have 50 in cargo on me right now. I'm not sure how much Sinclair just grabbed. To be honest, just grab everything you can, because you probably can still sell it for a profit in daisy sheets regardless, even if the mission is fulfilled. I contribute to the mission at least a little bit.
Gooters ABC2, a ice geyser. How do I know if I actually did it or not? Check my comms? Okay, check my comms. I guess that would be it right there. Gooters ABC2, a ice geyser tourist spot. I think that means I did it, right? If it shows up in my comms as a little messagey thing? Must be.
I guess so.
Yep. Okay. Location visited. Nav beacon data. Location visited. Looks like I got it. Okay. Yes. Excellent. Excellent. Moving right along then. Shall we proceed to the next destination? With my little fuel scoop, I shall scoop you, star fuel. Go in to my fuel receptacle. I've got the what did we call it before? The teaspoon with holes in it, fuel scoop.
Yes, the runcible spoon.
The handkerchief.
Runcible spoon.
The runcible spoon.
Is that what they call it?
That is. The
Oh,
spoon
you found the name. It's called a runcible spoon.
Yeah, that's exactly it. It's in the old poem.
Yes. Thank you for pointing that out, by the way, Iman. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Moving right along. I'm the Royal Hawkins here. Next system. So what are you guys doing now? What type of wing missions are you guys doing?
Sourcing wing missions. Those are missions where you have to source a certain type of good, a certain good.
Okay.
And you just have to find a system that sells it, go there, grab a certain amount, however much that mission needs, and bring it back to the station where you grab the mission. Yeah, basically trading or hauling, rather.
So I have a question for all y'alls in chat, y'alls. We've seen a little bit of Q4. We had some, information on how mining is going to work. And with that recent NDA'd little feedback session that they had over at the Frontier office with a bunch of streamers and folks such as Obsidian Ant, all of them were saying that mining seemed to be quite interesting. You know, they can't really talk about what they saw, but apparently it looks much better than what we even seen.
Yeah, I can safely say that they totally undersold that in what they've publicly released so far.
It's curious why they do that. If there's something to be excited about.
It was, you know, that's where the word to use. It was exciting to see it in action. How
You were there?
It's actually gonna work out in detail.
Yeah, he was there.
You were there, Grey Test?
Of course.
Yeah.
Holy crap!
I mean, not of course. I was there because.
Okay, we got to cancel the show. I got to go talk to Grey Test. Sorry, guys, got to go. Bye. Bye.
In fact, if you've got Scorb in chat, and Plater's probably still in chat there too.
You
know?
bastards.
Rumor has it that Scorbs and Ascorbius have seen even more than the rest of us.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, who did they
separate
give a special
visitors.
back rub to?
Possibly.
Let me finish, please.
Yeah.
Plater couldn't be there on the day because he was feeling shit from his chemotherapy.
Yeah.
So they had a separate, date to visit them again with Plater. Yeah, that's the actual reason why I was there, because I was organizing that for Plater, and they just happened to invite me as well.
Why, you lucky bastard.
Yeah, it was quite nice.
No, they booked a band. Plater and the Muppets. That's the band that they booked. But as it was on the first day, just the Muppets turned up. But never mind. they fixed that soon.
All right. So what I want to know then, and this is we'll talk. We'll ask your opinion in a second, Grey Test, because we know
Sure.
what you're going to say, because you're a rock rat, so obviously you're going to. But I mean, based on what we've seen so far, I'm curious how many people in the audience are actually going to have a renewed interest in mining and will perhaps pursue that as a career as opposed to whatever the hell it is you're doing right now. How many of you guys
I can say that the whole room that was there, after seeing that mining in action, went, I'm gonna have to build a mining ship. I'm gonna be sitting in rings and do nothing else.
And this is people
So that's
right
kind of
across the board.
Yeah,
wasn't
that
it?
was
right across the
all
board.
over the spectrum.
Not just streamers. We had softwarey people as well, didn't we? And community people. So yeah, it's across the board.
And they
So
were
that's
all
a legit response. Yeah.
very actually about what they saw. So it's
Okay.
fair to say that at least most of you should probably also be excited if you get your hands on it in the beta.
Can we
whenever
ask
that's
you
gonna
this
be.
then? Can we ask you this? Would you say that what you saw regarding exploration was equally as interesting?
I can say that they've probably been a bit more fair in what they've shown, let's say, to exploration. So yes, we've seen those mechanics in action as well, and I'm quite happy with what I saw.
And obviously you
But
saw
it's not,
some things
like
that
it
were...
was closer to it wasn't undersold or anything like mining was. We just saw it in more detail, and I think most of it makes sense. It is a bit of a change, but I think in the end, exploration is going to be rewarding again, and it should be good. Like we haven't seen everything yet, so there might be some stuff that I don't know yet either.
Well,
but I'm quite confident.
are you leaning towards the exploration or towards the mining end of things based on what you saw?
Hard to say. This thing is, I really have to be careful here. I can't say too much.
We know. We understand. We
The
understand.
thing is, the Q4 update will also tie stuff together a bit better in several ways. So you might not necessarily have to completely choose between mining or exploration. You can there might be some ways to like combine the two a bit and get a bit of both maybe. Yeah, it's hard to say exactly. but I think I will have to do a fair share of mining just because I really look forward to those mechanics and to explore them and build ships for mining in the future. I look forward to that. But I mean, in the end, I'm an explorer as well, and Distant Worlds is coming up in January, and probably after Q4 dropped. So I very much look forward going out there again into the black and getting some exploration done.
Yeah. Well, you know, I will say that I enjoyed mining in its current state. I wouldn't say that it's the greatest mining that I've ever done, but I've certainly enjoyed it. The flying through the asteroid belts and the landing in on the, you know, the rings around planets was very satisfying, and the way that the lasers kind of burn the asteroids and seeing the whole asteroid field
if that's
moving.
the case, you will freak out.
Okay.
I can promise you, because all the stuff that you just mentioned is just that much better in Q4.
Fantastic. Well, that's very exciting then. I'll be certain to check out mining, because mining has always been, you know, it's
and hopefully, you know, depending on how they balance stuff, we will finally actually be able to make a little bit of a fortune with doing mining.
We'll see.
I really hope they get that right. I don't know any numbers on it, but if you know, to the gameplay that we've seen, if they can attach some reasonable numbers at the end, so if you spend a certain amount of time in the asteroid belts, you actually get decent credits out of it. I can see nothing wrong with that whatsoever. It should be really good.
Excellent. Very cool. Here's the tourist beacon that we just landed at here. It's definitely got an interesting view, that's for sure. Look at that. The gas giant over there is occluding the star. It's got this interesting
you
little
given
ring
your
eclipse
demanding
going
clothing
on.
woman enough time to take some pictures?
Yeah, I think this is the one that was asking for the clothing, so there we go.
So
Very
push
nice
her out.
ice field
Push her out the
vista
airlock and say, I hope your clothing keeps you warm. Push her out.
and a black hole star. All right, moving right along. We're going to wrap up these exploration or passenger missions here as quickly as we can and get on to doing some wing stuff with you guys.
Thudpucker, I can't say much about the codex. You know, I can only talk about the stuff that you guys have already seen. Yes, there is a bit more to it, or we kind of seen what the codex involves, but we haven't seen everything about it yet either. Yeah, I don't think I can say any more about it without giving anything away, so you'll just have to see on your own when the beta drops. It's certainly a system, again, that kind of ties stuff together, which is good. It makes more sense. It really ties together some loose ends in the game. It makes the whole thing more consistent, and that can only be a good thing in my book.
Well, two things. Ash Poker saying, Commander Josh Hawkins, count me in if the group, count me in the group if you're going to do wing mining. I'm sure we will, because you know
Yes.
there's going to be a Brocast squadron or whatever it is that we're doing. You know, I'm sure we're going to put something together for, you know, Starstone Industries. So, for sure there will be mining wings and stuff and things to do. And Scorb says Q4 has taken all year to make, basically. It's massive. I think it's taken more than a year, Scorb. They've been working on Q4 for like 3 years now. Let's be honest, okay? Why don't they just call it the 3-year update? It's kind of more what it feels like, really, but, you know. I'm excited to hear that it includes so much
from what
content.
I've seen, again, we sat there in that presentation for 6 hours to talk about all the stuff that they showed us. So seeing the chapter 2 and 3 updates being rather small in size, you really see what the guys have actually been working on, and that's Q4.
Well, I just hope you didn't see it all in 6 hours. That's all.
Well, no, we've seen what they showed us, and we have not gone into complete detail. They've basically done a presentation about the different topics or the main parts of the update, going into some detail, you know, what's reasonable or important to talk about and get some feedback from us. But it hasn't been like nitty-gritty last little bit of details, or we mostly also haven't seen any numbers on anything, so it was just more mechanic side.
Yeah, like values of exploration or mining and what all that stuff's gonna...
No, we haven't seen any of that. So yeah, like, it is a lot. It is a big update.
Perhaps we'll say at the very least there will be a gold rush for the money grabs, because I'm sure everything will be unbalanced when mining first comes out with Q4.
That's probably fair to say. Yeah. There's going to be some gold rush. You will probably want to look out for that to grab some extra credits. I'm sure people will find ways to make ridiculous amounts of money rather quickly, as they usually do.
And you know what would be really cool, although they probably won't do this, is if they somehow tied like a story into it, made it a theme of the a part of the theme of the update, as in like a new galactic gold rush has ensued. Maybe throw some new mineral in there and give people a reason to go and use the new mining mechanic, other than just the fact that it's a new mining mechanic. You know, I like that sort of thing. That goes along with the whole personal narrative deal, you know, like, hey, there's a giant gold rush happening because a new mineral was discovered with the appearance of the Thargoids. Who knows? Maybe, you know, some new scanning thing helps us uncover it. And we're going to give you some new tools to go and find it, because it's only at the heart of asteroids, for example.
There's no date for the beta yet, guys. Just watch the usual channels, you know, forums, Twitter, wherever FDev announces stuff. That's where the announcement is going to be about the beta release date. I do not expect that to be 6 weeks from now. I think it's going to be sooner, but I don't know. I can't tell you for sure. It's my gut feeling it's going to be sooner.
Here's hoping.
I love Plater's comment there. That's wonderful. There's more that we haven't seen content-wise. I asked David Braben what he was looking forward to, and Adam had to tell him that we hadn't seen something, and David's answer was that thing. So that's cool.
That thing.
There you go.
Well, if he's looking forward to something, then that's good.
Yeah,
we'll settle for that.
That's great. And Tim says Thargoidium. Yes, exactly. Thargoidium and Gardanium. two new compounds. Would be kind of an interesting thing.
Yeah, one's green, one's blue. So we need the third alien race that's got the red one. So that'll be fun.
That's totally not confusing with Alliance, Imperials, and Federation at all.
Never. Of course not.
Nightbot says, wish someone would invite me to the super duper secret exclusive club thingy.
Oh, but Nightbot's already in one. The Toaster Club. Yeah.
The Toaster Club?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's not many AI toasters out there. Come on.
Just talking to the guys in my wing, if you guys find any other good wing missions here, please don't forget to share them so we can actually work with you on them. Because I currently do not have any other good wing missions. Just look.
Blah blah
Low
blah
volume.
blah 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 blah.
Blah,
Robot
blah,
Grey
blah.
Test.
Yes.
Flap that jaw a little louder, Grey Test. Maybe you can break the broken
Gappy
internet.
Grey Test. I've got one for 500,000 and one for just under 1 million, so they're not really worth.
No, that's not worth it.
You could have benefited from this one, Josh. It's a boom time delivery of 3,646 units of clothing. We could have given them all to your needy passenger.
I have a very needy passenger who wants a unit of clothing. Apparently she forgot to bring her something.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Who knows? Don't ask.
She's like, I want to be more comfortable. Bring me a unit of clothing.
Know what I mean? Wink, wink. Yeah.
Edible undies coming your way.
No, you would have been able to get them.
She
with the
didn't
agricultural
specify,
system.
okay? Just saying.
Edible undies for sale at the agricultural system. No.
Yeah, that's. I could have picked those up. Yeah, made of algae. It's like some nouveau cuisine edible undies. Oh lordy. Okay, so where am I going here? Shouldn't there be like oh wait, There it is, the visitor beacon. Found it. New one. New one. Oh, I'm being interdicted. Oh, crap. My passengers don't like danger. They don't like excitement.
No, you got a beryllium gig. Okay.
Yep.
Take a beryllium gig.
Well,
Oh, that's a good reward. I'll accept that and see if we can't source some. I'll try again to use the in-game tool. Very helpful, to be honest.
is it
What
just...
is beryllium? Is that a metal or is that?
Yeah,
mineral?
it's a metal. It's a metal.
Is it just my perception, or when you
Oh, there
get
is one
pulled
system
into
nearby.
an interdiction, does it throw you way off of your course, regardless of the speed that you were going before?
It's, yeah. In my experience, yeah, it does. Yeah.
Oh, actually, Plater brought up a good point. It's true. It's 1 ton per unit, right?
Mm.
So she
Well,
wanted
yeah,
1
yeah.
ton of clothing.
One ton of clothing, yeah.
Oh, she is
I
demanding.
bet you can live quite a while from that many
I-
edible undies. That's a full-time diet right there.
Oh, jeez. Oh, Lord, yeah. A
All
ton
right,
of...
in-game tools failed me. I do like. Am I really
It's a lot
supposed
of
to like
thongs.
buy the trading data of every single system
I
around me manually?
know.
Like-
I'm very much mixed on this one because that's what previous versions of Elite did. You know, it had trade data that lived for X amount of time, and you got the
Mhm.
data from going places. Not the original. The original one just had data, and you didn't know. You just had to know you were going to an agricultural system or a tech or
Mm.
whatever, and you wrote the prices down on a bit of paper because they didn't change.
Mhm.
But Galnet is supposed to be the thing that lets the Pilots Federation members know
Oh, look
trade
at that.
data, and
Yeah.
so it's both in law and not in law
Yeah.
that you should be knowing things
Pillar has
only
the
if you
stuff we
found
need.
them. So I'm 50-50 on that one. I don't have a proper opinion on that. Just improper opinions.
Commander Iman says she's a gold digger, Josh. Eject her. Done and done. Don't have to
She's
tell
only
me
after you for your
twice.
clothing. Yeah.
No, I ain't saying she's a gold digger. But she ain't
Algae
messing with
digger.
no one who doesn't have algae undies. Yeah. You could build a house out of that many clothes. You could just live in the pile of clothes.
Don't you want a pillow fortress or something?
Yeah, there you go. I have 2 more locations to stop for these passenger missions. And then I ought to have just about enough time to bring them back and then go and do some wing missions with you guys for a little bit.
Excellent.
Yes. Excellent.
Hope you have a big
Oh,
partnership.
we have to be careful here because one of us will be able to fulfill this contract.
Yeah,
So we just have to get like a couple of hundred each, isn't it? Really?
exactly. Make sure everybody can at least contribute 1 ton so they get the reward. Don't fill it up as like the first one to deliver. Make sure everyone gets
Yeah.
at least 1 ton in there.
I think if we're all headed to the same place, we can probably. How many? 4 of us. We get what, 1. Like,
I
200.
couldn't quite do it on my own, but you know, we'll see whoever gets
Well,
back first.
Yeah, I'm just a whisker off in this ship, so.
I'm just gonna sit here and fuel up with my my sieve for a second. Turn the heat up in this room. It's getting freezing outside. Uh-oh. Y'all might see my bum.
Oh my. Now you're just getting the chat excited, aren't you? I had to stop at the I had to stop at the beacon because I've taken the discovery scanner off this ship so that I can put more cargo on it. Yeah. Well, you know.
Shibuka's here in spirit is right, Nightbot. Yes, he is. He makes rare appearances on Discord, and
Yeah, he's always here.
I've
He's
seen
mostly busy
There he is.
Easily, I've seen.
He's all.
I've seen the random Twitter post from him. And it was his birthday the other day, actually. So if you're watching
was
Shibuka,
indeed.
happy birthday.
Yeah.
Where's the Dutch challenge? You know, that's something that we haven't done in a while. I suppose.
Well, Tim kind of returned, but not quite, so...
Yeah,
you know.
Mostly returned.
mostly.
Mostly.
Yes.
Probably bring that back if we have guests again.
Yes, Commander Iman. I do have my chair back. It's one of the benefits of having a man cave back again. I'm able to fit my chair in here. I don't have to pay $100 a month for a storage locker just to put the damn chair inside.
Oh, did you get that National Geographic yellow square back as well?
National
we
Geographic
all like
Yellow
that
Square. Which one was that?
It was in the photo you showed us of the storage stuff. There was something that looked like it was a National Geographic yellow square. And I thought, yeah, he's the one. Yeah, he uses that on the show. Yeah, he probably holds it up in front of the telly to go, look, everybody, it's National Geographic.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. Okay, so when I first bought the chair and I had my computer desk, I needed somewhere to put my computer that was in between the desk and the chair because the cables wouldn't reach to both if I kept the computer on the computer desk. So I went to the store and I picked up a small, you know, just a little table, like a desk table, basically. Not a computer desk, but just this tiny little table that I could put my computer on. And the box had like a black tabletop with gray legs. And I was like, oh, okay, perfect. It'll kind of blend in with my furniture and everything. I came home and I opened the box up and I pulled it out and it had a gray tabletop, like a light gray, and neon yellow legs. And I was like, what the hell is this? Like, the color's way off. But it cost me $12, and it would have cost me more in gas just to go and bring it back and then come home again. So I assembled it and put it together, and sure enough, it served its purpose. But the legs were square-shaped like this, and I'm pretty sure that's the yellow square that you saw in the picture, because that thing was just sitting in there. That's ridiculous. Yeah, ugliest yellow legs I ever seen in my life. It's now in my storage locker. I mean, in my shed. Because I have a shed now that's bigger than my storage locker.
Oh, so. You've got a man cave and a man shed.
I have a shed. Yes, I have a backyard. It's really nice. I absolutely love this place. It's not a big backyard, but it's a backyard nonetheless. Where am I going here? Early colonies, conflict zone, accidental extinction. That's where I'm going. What is accidental extinction?
What system is that?
Reagan's Legacy? Delta Pavonis is the name of the system.
Yes.
I'm curious what the accidental extinction was, though.
Oh, well, read the Torah speaking when you get there. I'm not saying.
I will. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, Aquatic Borealis, I am in a house now in Montreal. Let's go ahead and scan the tourist beacon. Figure out what this accidental extinction is all about. Okay, so accidental extinction. 2182, fragile indigenous life, still at the early stage of its evolution, was discovered in the Delta Pavonis system, and through a bacteriological accident, completely wiped out in the same year. When further alien ecologies were discovered in the Beta Hydrae and Altair systems, and with the failure of the project to terraform Mars, it looked like humanity would bring the cosmos to its knees, much as it had managed to do to its own planet. Dun dun dun! Okay.
There you go. That's a bit of old frontier lore.
Next stop, Riorte.
Can I just say that I love that Hilla, or rather Siemens Vision in Hilla, is a station around, I think, a landable planet, is it? Oh, let me check real quick. Yes, it is. A station around a landable planet inside its rings. just as is Elgin Hub in Churton, the home system of the Brocast. It's the same setup. I like it. I love it.
Mark Wheeler says, "Me too. Me too. What? You also were subject to an accidental extinction?" I don't know. I'm just checking, right? Oh, look, we got a little trinary system here. Ooh, how pretty. All right. Oh, so you want to hear some interesting news? I go to my mailbox the other day, and I grab the pile of mail out of there, and there's one big brown envelope, and I'm like, what the hell is this? And I look on it, and the front says Ministère de la Justice, which is the Justice Department of Quebec, and I'm like, oh crap! Like,
what did I do?
What did I do? I haven't had any parking tickets or fines. I haven't been arrested. What the hell is this all about? Did I do something wrong? I don't know. So I open it up, and guess who's been summoned for jury duty?
Hey.
Yeah.
You mean they're putting someone's future in your hands? Oh God,
oh, God no.
Apparently so. I feel sorry for that poor bastard, whoever they are. Well, I don't know if I'll actually be called for jury duty. They summon you in for an interview first, and there's like 600 or 700 people that they bring in there, and they interview them all, and they pick 12, right? So,
Lord,
if
that's quite the effort.
If they pick me, I would be on a panel of jury members and have to go in and do all of that jury stuff, which it's kind of interesting. I mean, it's exciting.
Judge Josh.
Yeah, judge and jury. Judge, jury, and executioner. Hopefully they don't watch this show. Keith Kerwin Jones says, he said duty.
Yeah, it's Commander Giz getting on your back for pronouncing Elgin wrong.
Extreme prejudice.
He's getting on your back for pronouncing Elgin wrong.
I am the law. That's right, Charles. I was a step ahead of Charles. He just said Judge Dredd. I was like, I am the law. Oh, it's not that exciting. Not really that exciting. Actually,
it's an interesting concept because we don't have like juries from the general public in Germany.
No,
it's not a thing.
No, you just choose an executioner. Is that it?
Yeah, but we do it
just one person.
The executioner has to be from the general public.
Yeah, that's it. You, sir, come and kick that chair out from under his feet. Good man.
Can you swing an axe, sir?
Good enough.
Like a brawny fella.
Yes, you look like your arms are strong enough. Pick up that axe, would you? Now, come on over here. Oh, goodness. You know, those people were lucky compared to the people that got lowered into boiling oil. Ugh.
Fried hog.
You miss those days, do you?
Oh.
You miss those days, and you're going to be on a jury service.
What a horrible way to go. I can't even imagine. I don't remember where it was. I watched an ex of mine was watching. Yeah. Yeah.
Clackety sizzle, Mr. Hawk. Nom nom, tastes like chicken.
I haven't had one of those for a bit.
Oh, we haven't had one of those in ages. It's because the hawk died. They wanted the hawk dead. The hawk is dead. Okay, yeah. You got it. You got what you wanted. All right, you bastard.
The hawk is dead. Long live the hawk.
But I'm wearing the hawk right now. It was just, you know, to representing the hawk on the Brocast for the big return 3 weeks away. Was it 3 weeks we didn't have a show? It feels like 3 weeks.
Yeah, I think so.
Think so?
We had an ersatz show or two in the middle there. But yeah, not an official one.
What the hell did you guys do when I was gone? Party!
Moving?
I didn't say
you were
that.
moving? The hawk is dead, may it stay that way. Curses! Curses to you, Thudpucker! Curses! I say. Darren Signal says, hey, you're back. Well, you just noticed? I've been back for 55 minutes. Jesus. You're late. Hope your internet is better these days. Yes, it has been much better, actually. Okay, so now I'm going to brag, okay?
No, go on.
So,
dying to all
Just-
evening, haven't you?
so I'm watching
just get
the
it over
Bell
with.
technician installing my internet. Okay, whew, almost destroyed that beacon. So anyhow, I'm watching the Bell technician install my internet, and I'm noticing he's playing with this little cable, but it looks like this tiny little puny cable. Like, I'm like, what the heck is that, right? And he's pulling it out through the box and plugging it into the modem, and I'm thinking, okay, they must have upgraded something. The modem, by the way, is up on the wall over there. It's massive. It has its own power supply, like a separate power supply, and it's got a fan built into the back of it, so it's like a mini computer. Here, I'm going to show you the modem real quick. I can just turn the camera over there. Look at this. The big honkin' huge black thing on the wall. That is the modem, okay? And that is a Tim Hortons coffee right there, the official drink of Canada. All right, let's bring this back down. So anyhow, I'm watching him install this thing, and the little wire that he's putting in, I'm like, that's like a piddly little wire. Like, is that actually my internet connection? He goes, oh yeah, it's actual fiber optic now. And I'm like, wait, it's actual fiber from the wire right into the modem? Because the fiber optic of the past 2 years, they call it fiber optic, but it's just fiber optic on the wire outside, and then they run a copper wire into your house, and then you bottleneck your whole internet connection, and it just sucks. So like, what's the point of having fibe if you can't get fiber optic speeds? Now the fibe goes right into your modem, and you're getting fiber optic right in the house. So I'm getting upload speeds of 60 megabytes a second, and my download speeds are like between 60 and 600 megabytes a second. It's absolutely ridiculous. My Wi-Fi gets 60 megabytes download and 60 megabytes upload just on the Wi-Fi on my cell phone. So, yeah.
Do you still have a room in that house of yours somewhere I can move in?
It's amazing. It's amazing. I absolutely love it.
God.
Yeah. So like, I'm looking at my upload right now on OBS. 0 dropped frames. I set the upload to 6 kbps, and it's actually going more than 6 kbps, 6,000 kbps right now. I could probably jack it up higher than that, because I mean, not that I need to, but I've got a solid green bar. I love it. Yes, Takoso, I agree. I love it. Yes, Nightbot. Bragging. Okay, and I'm done. All right, that's all the bragging I'm gonna do right now. It's nice to actually have internet that works and not be living in a basement. Yay, I'm so happy. Oh, damn it, I have more missions I gotta go do. Are these more passenger missions? Oh, I think I do have to go to these ones as well. Seems like I have no choice. All right. I have 3 more to go to. Looks like it's going to be passenger missions for me, yeah? Yeah, say yeah. It's passenger missions for you. Well, we'll keep doing it. We're going to Akkanfi. How in the heck do you pronounce that? ACKC.
You're doing a tour of all the old systems here, aren't you?
Oh, apparently so. Aquatic Boreal says, you know Montreal has some proper cafes, right, Josh? Timmy's is like candy coffee. Yeah, it really is candy coffee. I'm not a big fan of it, but it just so happened to be on the way to dropping my wife off at work this morning, so I stopped there. I have real coffee in the closet, you know, instant Maxwell House, okay? Real coffee. That's what I prefer to drink. And we're just going to leave it at that, okay? I don't want to hear your judging in the comments. I can already see your fingers judging. I know that it's coming up. Just sip it, okay? I like cheap coffee. Cheapest.
To the guys in the wing, I just found another beryllium mission, so if you have spares left over, pop it in that mission.
That'll do nicely.
20 upload and 80 download. Well, see, that's pretty darn good. Mark, did you say that you live in Montreal? Was Mark the one who said he lives in Montreal? Someone said they live in Montreal.
Didn't see it.
How did I get so damn far from the star? I gotta go fuel up.
Did you get lost again?
No, no. Just need to get some juice. Juice in ye old gas tank. You know what? It's gonna take a while for this fuel up to happen here. I wanna show a picture of my bathroom. I'm so proud of it. The plants really add a nice touch, don't you think?
They are. Plants are nice.
Plants are nice. That's the max I can get.
I had one plant for the majority of my life.
One plant?
Green lily that I used to water roughly once every 2 to 3 months. It must have been the toughest on Earth, because it always came back when I then finally watered it again. It must like that plant could have probably survived in Sahara or something, but in the end, I didn't water it for like, I don't know, 6 months straight, and then it
and you killed it. You killed your plant.
It wasn't tough enough. I mean, survival of the fittest, right?
Unbelievable. You let it die. All right. Here it is. Yeah, I'm so happy with this, this house. I spent a lot of time working on it.
This mission, guys, because I see that we need a bit more.
Ash Poker, yeah, you're so right. This is all the bragging I'll do. 5 minutes later, I want to show you my bathroom.
Hey, I'm proud of the fact that I finally, at almost 42 years old, just bought my first home, okay? And it's a small home.
I thought you were going to say you bought your first plant.
No, I've got plants. I've had plants for a while, actually. Those plants in the bathroom. Okay. There's my... Look at this bathtub. I couldn't believe it when I saw this place. I've never seen a bathtub like that. It doesn't have jets, unfortunately. It's just a two-person tub. But for the first time in my life, I actually enjoyed taking a bath. Because normally, I get in the bathtub and my feet are hanging 3 feet out the side of the tub, and my arms are out the side, and I have water coming up to my belly button just covering my butt, and that's it. That's my whole bathing experience as an adult. It's ridiculous. Now I can actually sit in the bathtub and take a bath. It's nice, I gotta say. Baths are nice. And I don't feel as dirty in there because I have the shower stall to rinse off in, so I'm not like bathing in the dirty bottom of the shower where I stand every day. You know what I'm talking about, right? I'm sure you do. Yeah. You don't wear jammies, do you? Yeah, I do sometimes, until I go to bed. Then they come off. Oh yeah. Don't give Great Test a puppy.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, cold-blooded plant murderer. Oh, the Acanthi system where you're going, by the way, saying it's another old one from Elite Lore. It's actually an artist's colony. Do you know? It's all about artists.
Oh, is it now?
It's got a long history of being an artist's colony.
An artist colony.
Yeah, it's got all the classic names in it that you found in Frontier Elite 2. It's got Arkwrights and Schneiders and Biggs and all these kind of names. You remember all of these names from playing the first one. But it's Big's World, yeah.
Holy moly, we back. Oh. What the hell did I... What? How is that too close? You're kidding me. Oh, that...
Oh dear, your danger people go, oh, my heart!
that system, the targeted system in the distance is perfect for this moment. Oh Lord, you got too close to the star. Oh Lordy, Lordy. All right, White Dwarf. Yeah, White Dwarf. White Dwarf. Like, Jesus, I'm just trying to go in the damn jet cones. Let me get in the jet cones, you bastard. Massive exclusive. It doesn't even make sense. Why would a White Dwarf have a larger exclusion zone
again, to the people who joined us late, yeah, of course you're very welcome to join us. We still have about an hour to go, so feel free to come to Daisy Sheets and join us in doing wing sourcing missions. Bring your big cargo ships and form a wing. Feel free to use the Brocast Discord voice channel. Really dangerous for that, if you feel like it, because Dave G asked there in chat. Yes, you can come.
I am having a little bit of trouble. Oh,
Josh will need a wing regard has allied standing with Starstone Industries, because I'm sure that Josh will not have. He needs somebody like that in his wing to get the good missions.
My entire time spent playing this game was either doing some combat in combat zones on my main account before heading out to go exploring, or just doing stuff on the live stream. That's it. I never actually did anything that would benefit me as a character, you know? Like faction standing and stuff like that. So yeah. Look at that, 62.1 light year jump. Holy moly, it's massive. Jay Funky says his surgery went well.
Yeah.
What?
It was sleep apnea. Oh,
glad to hear.
Oh wow! What do they do? Do they like perforate your sinuses
Cut
or
out
something?
some lumps or something. Yeah.
Yeah. They
Oh my goodness!
pulled his head apart and put it back together again. Yeah, he's all right.
Wow. Well, I'm glad to hear that. I mean, that it went well, not that they had to pull your head apart. You know, that's terribly unfortunate.
Well, they put it back together. I don't think they left any bits out, did they, Jay Funky?
Let's hope that they put it back in the
We've got
right
a bit
order
left
too.
here,
Right?
We were meant to take that bit out. Oh, that's okay, right.
I hope they put it back together in the right order. Didn't leave any extra parts in there.
There's always a couple
my
of bits
goodness.
left over.
Come
you
on,
know.
supercharge.
Can't
There
help
we go.
it.
There we go. We're
It's one of those
supercharged.
things.
Will you be doing exploration streams again, Josh? Maybe, possibly. I mean,
that's actually a funny topic to Zach, and I told him if they manage to get you back in your cockpit exploring the Milky Way galaxy again as a YouTube series, then they've done it right.
That's a win. Yeah.
oh right.
So that's the measurement that they have for success right there.
That's a high bar. It's a high bar.
Yeah, that's a high bar, but if they manage,
If they manage it,
we'll all profit.
Yeah, absolutely. That would be great. Well, I will say, and I'm sure that this makes sense to everyone, I enjoy Elite Dangerous a lot more when I'm sitting in this chair, okay? I've got the joystick, the HOTAS setup, like proper setup here. Not like playing on the desk where everything was moving around all the time and it was a pain in the ass. Like, this is an actual cockpit setup. It's just... hold on a second.
So the real question is here, when will you get the second chair for your wife so you have a co-pilot?
She likes virtual reality, I will say.
Ah, well, that's easy. We see.
Yeah.
You could play on one account on not virtual reality. You could put her in a chair in the right spatial position, position, just behind everything with the rift, with the rift on there.
And you can be like, honey, can you hand me the cup of tea, please?
Only one problem. Only one problem. I set it up. I got the Oculus up and running, and I said, "Come on, come check it out." And this was just before we were going to bed, and we had work the next day. And she sat down and she put it on. She's like, "Oh, this is so cool! Wow!" Like looking around the ship, and I put her into one of the training missions where you have to fight someone, and she didn't know how to fly the ship, so I was taking the joystick and kind of moving the ship for her. And about 5 minutes in, she goes, "Oh, I don't feel so good." And she took off the headset. She's like, "Oh, blah."
Yeah, it gets
And she was sick for the whole rest of the night.
Well,
oh no!
That's a bugger.
Oh, I
Now,
felt so
That's
bad.
not a common response, but you did perhaps drop her in a bit at the deep end, you know?
She's like,
Back
why
in the
did you
days."
make
Yeah.
me fight other ships? I just wanted to fly. I'm like, well, I
Aw.
figured it would be more fun.
Well, I've got a sort of, if ever I'm showing somebody that I think is a bit, I don't know about VR, I've got a sort of staggered set of things that I show them, like of increasing VRness, just to make sure. And if they can handle the first one, okay, that's good. Move on to
What's
the second
the top one?
Nothing.
SRV driving?
Oh, SRV
But-
driving is the
yeah,
worst.
anything sort of elite based is really.
By the way, I
at
did
the top
pass
there.
the SRV test when I was at Scorp's place. I did drive the SRV in VR and I was just fine. It was a bit tough to control
Oh.
with the
Oh,
HOTAS
God.
because I've
What?
never driven the SRV with the HOTAS before,
Oh,
but I
right.
managed. I did
Yeah.
manage.
I don't know
tell
why
you,
the SRV driving is so bad for me. It's one of those
it's-
things where I
it's curious.
really...
Scorp said it's mainly the frame rate, so if you can maybe
Yes,
bump that frame rate
I'm-
up a bit further, it should be better probably.
I'm sure the frame rate has
Yeah,
something to
'cause-
do with it. It's one of the very few times in VR where I have to sit there and I have to go, okay, breathe. This is just in my head. And a lot of it is psychological. I mean, it literally is in your head, right? It's your brain saying you're moving and your body saying you're
is,
not.
yeah,
So if you
totally.
can kind of like do that mind over matter thing and like Jedi mind trick yourself into going, okay, it's just my brain. Yes, you can endure it.
Yeah.
And I've endured VR SRVing for a long time. I've gone mountain climbing in VR. I've done quite a bit of it, but it's the only activity so far in VR in any game is the SRV driving in Elite Dangerous, where I get up after and I go, ooh, okay, it's good to be out of there.
Yeah. Well, it's the standing on the edge of tall buildings thing, you know. Because I mean, you know in VR that you're okay with it when you get these ones that have ridiculous height, things like that. But there's still a tiny little bit in the back of your brain that says, "Oh," and you go, "Shut up, you." You know, so you do get used to it with that. But I mean, do you actually use the comfort settings on the SRV? You know, the
Yes, I
blackout,
believe
the
so.
movement, the horizon one. I don't use any of them. I find they actually make it worse.
Oh,
Turning
really?
on the comfort things for SRV driving.
Well, I'll have to
It
check it
just
out.
feels weird to me with the comfort ones on. I like it without, thanks.
Aquatic Borealis says GTX
Yeah.
2080 Ti, Josh. Get it already. Yeah, okay. Sure.
Yeah, I do.
Sure.
But yeah, Google Earth VR. That is one of the ones that I'll show people because it's not too freaky. Apart from the bit when you're outside looking down on the Earth, and it's but it is good because you can jump down and look at places, and the fact that people are looking at places that they know in VR in Google Earth thing, that makes it more comfortable for them. So that is a good one.
Yeah,
So,
it's very
plain
cool,
to
eh?
say there. Beat Saber, Space Pirate Trainer, and Arizona Sunshine in that
Oh,
order.
Arizona Sunshine
Okay.
is the best. Beat
Yeah,
Saber
it's
apparently has
so
got
much
great
fun.
reviews. Great reviews.
As long as you don't put them in like, here you go, here's Beat Saber, try it on Expert. As long as you don't do that, that would just be cruel.
Pirate Trainer, I
So
wanted to
good.
get later. Pirate Trainer was one of the things that made me think immediately of Star Trek when they would go on the holodeck and...
Yeah,
So it did look really
And
cool.
I tried all three of those, and I have to say, personally, I had the most fun in Arizona Sunshine.
Oh,
because it was
by far.
just so cool to pop the zombie heads from a distance with the pistol.
So
I was apparently quite good doing the headshots.
Arizona Sunshine for the overall experience is amazing, but I think one of the best games is Robo Recall. Because in Robo Recall,
It is,
you're doing so
absolutely.
much more than just shooting the robots.
Yeah.
You
Didn't
can
try
grab
that.
them, you can rip them to pieces, you could
It-
throw their
yeah,
body parts at
is
each other,
that
you could
involvement.
bash them
Beat
together,
them
you
over the
could
head with their own arms.
catch
yeah.
bullets and throw them. You know, they did a fantastic
It
job
is.
with all of the different type of gameplay elements in there, where you're not
did.
just shooting. I'd love to see that in like Arizona Sunshine, where you can maybe just like punch the zombie in the face or fight them off with a sword or
Yeah.
something. Oh my God! Expansion for Arizona Sunshine, please put in melee weapons. That would be amazing.
Oh yeah, Josh, you want to see Scorb and Plater's playthrough of Arizona Sunshine?
Oh really? Scorb and Plater?
Plater keeps that. It is. It's some quality.
It's a must-watch
in there. It's wonderful. Yeah.
I will tell you, I did
Google
some
Earth
multiplayer.
is on my sort of low end of things with that. And I think I'd put Star Trek Bridge Crew as well, because you're not moving around in much, but you get that whole VR feel. And then I get onto the moving things like the elite things and the robo recall things when I'm sure that someone isn't going to be.
Well, robo recall is good because it doesn't have the proper motion
was
in
a
it,
bit
you know.
In elite, when he sort of sat there and you see your hands on the controls, and the hands were set to doing their idle resting motion like they do, which you can turn off. And he looked at it and said, "No, I don't like that. The hands are moving when I'm not moving them." And I thought, okay, he's the first person I've encountered that doesn't like that. But that's why Frontier have put a setting in so you can turn that off if people don't like. I
didn't even realize you could turn it off.
It's never bothered me. Never bothered me. But yeah, they've put that setting in now. So
Mini wants to join us in
Mini, yeah, he's back in. He's been out of the game for a while.
All right.
Yeah.
Is he in the wing with you guys?
Nope, but here comes Mini regardless.
Good evening, sir.
Hold on, cause server mute. There we go.
Because things. Mini!
Hello!
Hello to you too!
It's back, everybody.
How you doing?
Doing good, man.
Good to hear your voice. It's been a while.
Good. Of course, sir, it has been a while.
Oh, well, actually, you know what? I talked to you in EVE online, didn't I?
Yeah, we did.
Briefly, which I haven't been able to play in weeks because of this whole moving thing as well.
Yeah, me neither, but I've been skill training just the same.
Well, that's the great thing about EVE, isn't it?
Oh, I should line up some more skills. Thanks for reminding me.
Oh my god. Why would you ever have skills not training?
Because I don't have a premium account and I can only line up 1 day plus current training.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha. Great test. When I get home, I'll pass you 500 plex so you can plex your account for a month. Sure.
Appreciate it, man.
There you are, yes.
I've got my...
You just need some awesome friends. There you go.
My skills are trained up to like a year and a half away, so I don't have to worry about it at all.
I think you can have that. You can have that. Yay.
The only thing is, with EVE, we really need a larger presence in there if we're going to do anything that's worthwhile doing. Because I found that, yes, my skills are training, and yes, I can go and do like the individual missions and solo stuff, but I really wanted to get into the corp stuff and like set up a base in space and build assets and shields and guns and all of that stuff, but I can't do it by myself, so we need more people in EVE. God dang it.
Just gotta have you hook up with my buddy Smash. He likes running 12 to 14 accounts simultaneously when we go and do the missions.
I've joined the guys occasionally. It's hilarious.
That's just silly.
That's terrifying.
It's silly.
It's silly, but it's so amazing.
Yeah.
He's flying 14 ships at the same time? Really?
Yeah, I've run 2 accounts in City of Heroes, and that was weird enough, trying to move 2 superheroes around at the same time.
Oh my god, that takes me back. That was City of Heroes was like the first MMO I ever got into. That's where the name Mini comes from, was back from my City of Heroes. Oh yeah, that's where Mini came from. I made a little dude as small as I could, because if you make tiny people, their legs move faster because everyone has the same movement speed. Yeah.
They do. So I had one called Whittington's cat that was a cat-sized cat. A guy running around with claws.
Ash Poker is saying pay to win premium account. It's not really the way that it works in EVE.
It is not.
It's just your skills will train whether you're online or not, and basically you queue up a sequence of skills, but with a premium account, there's really like no limit. You can queue up like a year's worth of skills, so you don't have to log in every 2 days to add a new skill on there.
And with the standard account, the Omega account, you basically have 1 day that you can fill up, and then if you manage to squeeze in like the last skill just before the 24-hour window closes from now, that skill can be like
5 days, 15 days, 20 days, whatever.
If there's skills training that long, I don't know, but you can't queue up anything starting after 24 hours. That's the problem.
Yeah. So basically, you can queue up skills that go up to almost 24 hours in length, and then you can put a really
queue up
long
Lone
skill
Big.
after that. Yeah. So
Exactly.
you can get like a 5-day skill at the very end of a 24-hour cycle, and then log
that's what
back in. Like,
I was doing, but I'm not logging in often enough to keep checking on those skills currently training.
yeah, it's like logging in a Warframe for daily rewards. Sometimes you forget to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, talking about like the multi-boxing, it reminds me of like those guys that were running Warcraft missions where they're doing like raids, but one guy controlling the entire raid. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, there's multi software for that, like IS Boxer, which is what I used to run when I did like entire mining ops by myself. I would often run up to 11 accounts simultaneously for mining.
Jeez, man.
What
Yeah,
happened
it's
to
easy.
Sinclair?
Oh, hang on, AFK.
I've just added in another beryllium mission there if you want to.
I saw that. I already contributed,
There we go.
but I think we lost. No, Sinclair is still in the wing. Oh, he hasn't accepted yet the wing mission. So yeah, if you do that, you can contribute the rest.
Who did the last one there that needs completing?
I
Which
just
mission was
completed that one. You should be able to.
Oh right. Okay.
Oh, hold on.
Was
Yeah, Sinclair, there's 1 ton left for you to contribute on that current mission.
was Minnie at the Frontier feedback thing?
No.
Oh, okay. Ash Poker's asking. I know he's AFK, but we'll ask him when he comes back
I
what
can
he's
tell
gonna do
you
mining.
who was there. I'm probably gonna forget some people, so I'm very sorry for that. But we had Psyche, we had Colo, we had DJ, of course, Scorps and me. We had Orange Spark, which I think is a moderator on the forums and on the Galactic Academy, if I'm not mistaken. We had one of the Hutton Truckers. We had, oh my god, brain.
Bognogus, don't forget.
Bognogus, we had
What's that?
Obsidian Ant, of course. And some more guys. TJ, I think from the Xbox side of things.
Yeah, TJ was there.
Help me out, guys. If Scorps, if you're in chat, who am I forgetting right now? There was some more people. But it's not a secret, like the pictures are up on Twitter, so you can just look it up who was there.
A decent amount of people.
Yeah, it was like 14? I think it was 14 people. Malik was there as well,
yes,
thank you.
he was there too.
No, Dr. Kai wasn't there.
No, Kai wasn't there.
He actually complained very vocally afterwards that no member of the exploration community was there.
Oh, really?
Well,
it's like if he puts that statement out there, it's kind of wondering. I'm wondering what his definition of a member of the exploration community is.
Great test. You are no explorer.
Yeah, apparently so.
Yeah,
but...
you're not a scorpion. Well, a scorpion.
Oh, yeah, Alec Turner was there as well. He's a forum moderator as well.
Yeah, did you see Bradford there? I think you'd know if you saw Bradford. Yeah, exactly. What is Obsidian Ant? What's Obsidian Ant? He's not an explorer. Good heavens, no.
Oh no.
Yeah. In the end, his final statement once he saw who was actually there was, at least okay. Alec Turner was there. That's good enough for me. Well, yeah, that's Dr. Kai for you.
Okay. Obsidian Ant's not an explorer. He's a YouTuber.
I mean, I get what you mean. Yeah. Of course, there's people that are a lot more involved and deep into the exploration topic.
Well,
they're the people that are they're the people that do like the galactic mapping and stuff, you know.
Calm down.
They do the mapping.
I know I'm not like super in depth in the topic, but I know what exploration is about. I know the game mechanics, so I do think I'm at least somewhat capable of giving good feedback on that topic as well. And by the way, Psyche, the Twitch streamer.
Oh yes.
She has been exploring from the get-go, and she also knows her stuff. So
yeah, she does.
Yeah, it was a bit of I don't know, a little bit of a rant that he had there. That probably was not really
just
necessary.
Some silliness, silly.
Yeah, explorers are ranked better than.
Yeah, exactly.
That's probably about right. How much ice they licked off the windows.
I love it.
How much ice they flicked off the windows. Yes.
We've all been there.
Been there, done
That
that.
latest beryllium mission, you have to finish that up.
Oh, that's
So we
fine.
can complete.
But I put all my stuff in that I had left, so.
It's complete though. You
How
can.
much more do we need? Is it? Oh, is it complete? All right.
Yeah.
Just cash that in then. Oh, excellent. There we go.
I'm just waiting for the next mission. Good right now.
Right, there we go.
Excellent.
That's a few bob we've made so far. Then you're missing out here, Josh. Get over here, make some money.
Uh-oh. What's happening? I can't control my ship! Oh, there we go.
I've only got one to mine bromellite, which is a bit naff. We're not going to go out and mine 212 units of bromellite. Not yet.
I think this is my final
Some future
destination.
time
In a good way, of course. One more jump, and then...
What's this? Industry needs 63 units of slaves. I'm going to have a word with Gwydion about that, see what that's about.
Charles, I have not lost a single percentage of hull while scooping today. Thank you very much.
And yeah, Darren Signal, of course we all do more than one thing. But again, everybody who was there was very involved with the game in one or another way. And they probably all had at least several hundred hours, if not thousands of hours into the game. So
Yeah.
everyone there knew their stuff, and they could give some good feedback on almost all of the topics. So it was a very good mix of people. So I don't see any topic of the game being left out feedback on. I really don't. So no point in freaking out about that.
Where am I supposed to be going here?
Yeah, they took feedback and
yes.
some difficult questions.
They
They didn't
actually
face
took it
like an
very-
audience of yes men.
They took
It
it,
was like
very
people going,
seriously.
"Rrr."
We
Very
were
interesting.
allowed to, ask every question they wanted. If they didn't have an answer at hand, the presentation was done by Adam Woods, which is, I think, the executive producer, if I'm not mistaken. Then they actually went, out into the studio and asked the people who knew and came back with an answer. And if something was like undetermined or so, they just wrote the questions down for future consideration. They did take that very seriously. It was very professional, very constructive feedback at many points in that presentation.
Yeah,
So-
it's a good progress because we've poked at them often enough in the past about
And-
not having proper feedback and not communication, and this is their response to it, and I'm
Yeah.
pleased with
Yeah,
it,
and what I
with the way
hear
it's gone.
from Scorps and Plater, they already had incorporated some of the feedback, so they
Yeah,
are on top
that's
of it.
good.
They are
That's
on top of
good.
that, so that's great.
That's a positive.
Yeah, I'm actually coming up on my 2000th hour Ash Poker, so looking forward to that.
I don't look anymore. Not as bad as Astacon though, who we saw the other day had 33 weeks in the game.
Yeah, that's like 3,000
terrifying.
hours plus.
Terrifying.
33 weeks. Wow.
Mm.
No, that's
Just
probably
looks
even
there.
more.
Yeah.
That's probably like 4,000
Oh,
plus
it's
hours.
terrible.
Good lord.
Well, I know you guys all have me beat now, because I've been lazy with my game.
You're gonna
Well,
catch
you've got
me
two
up.
accounts. You have to add both of them.
That's true.
Yeah,
I
true.
do have two
You know,
accounts.
Two accounts.
What have we got on this one here?
I don't actually know what I've got on Volshuk. I'll have a look.
Don't have any wingmates. Sorry.
Let's
Not getting anything right now.
Where is that? Reputation, finance, statistics.
Volshuk's got 3 weeks on. That's my alt.
CQC, material trader, multi-crew, crafting, encounters, search and rescue. Wow, there's a lot of stuff in here now. Exploration.
Just
mining, trading,
do we have another
smuggling.
wing going? Josh, you're not quite back, right?
I'm going to be returning
he's-
back to my starting system.
Because I do see Scorps in system, but nobody else currently. I'm just curious if we have like a second parallel or not.
Where
Yeah, that's
where
what
is
Thud-
that?
Thud
Where
Pocket
does it
says
actually
there.
show your
Get
time
SRV
played now?
replacement for Distant Worlds 2, I'll be happy.
It shows in
It's
your
down at the bottom
statistics.
on exploration.
Yeah.
Bottom of
It's
exploration.
bottom of exploration. Okay.
Yeah.
There it is. Exploration. 1 week, 5 days, 4 hours, 30 minutes. Well, this is my alt account, so I guess That makes sense. Okay, so now where the hell do I need to go? Listening post?
Yes, I'd like SRV replacement for Distant Worlds 2. Thank you. I think that's a necessary thing. If you can print fighters, why can't you print SRVs, eh, Mr. Frontier? Eh?
I'm not sure where I need to go in this system.
We definitely need. You can't explore without an SRV. And if you lose one and you have to fly back to Bubble, that's your expedition over. That's just silly when you can print
Alliance
fighters.
outpost established. Help me out here. I'm Target Body Cooper Research Center. Okay, wait, never mind. I think I may have found it. There it is. Don't know why it doesn't show up on the mission thing, but I guess that's where I gotta go. Wunderbar. 8,500 hours, says Antouchers. Holy crap, Thorns, 25 weeks. 19 weeks. Look at you guys. Look at you special people with lots of free time on your hands.
Yeah.
Some of us work for a living, okay? It takes me much longer to get to work and back home now from this place, unfortunately. It used to take me 5 minutes to drive from my house to the train. Now it's a 30-minute drive to the train, and gosh knows with traffic it's 45 minutes, and then train downtown another 45 minutes. So my commute has gotten significantly longer.
That is quite the commute.
Yep, yep. And it's not wintertime yet, so we'll see how that goes once the snow starts falling. Although if you live in Calgary, holy crap, they've got like 2 feet of snow already. It's been there for a couple weeks, poor bastards.
Oh, Spike is coming up to 1 year. Holy moly.
Does he eat? Does he sleep? What?
No time for that. Gotta play Elite.
You want to hear typical Canadian weather for you? This is Montreal in a nutshell. The other day, woke up, it was 8 degrees outside. I went, ooh, it's a little cold. Then I pull up the weather. It says that by afternoon, 2 p.m., it's going up to 27 degrees with a humidex of 32. Then, at nighttime, there's a frost advisory warning saying it's dropping below 0. We got all 4 seasons in one day, guys.
Hey.
Ridiculous. That is Montreal for you, ladies and gents. Okay, so where is this damn place I gotta go? I see there's a listening
Commander
post.
40% is still out in the black, as far as I'm aware.
Are you kidding me? Another interdiction? Please, I can't afford to be interdicted. These passengers don't like this type of excitement.
Apparently you can actually see them jettisoning if they bail on you.
If you're in, like, external camera mode?
Apparently, somebody said, I don't know where I picked it up, but rumor has it.
Where am I supposed to go? God dang it.
Don't let them hear you say that.
There's a listening post, and there's this Cooper Research Center. I'm just going to go land at the Cooper Research Center and see what it says. Hopefully that's it. Anyone else? Oh, Charles says, anyone else expecting Josh to get hyperdicted on the way back? Well, interestingly enough, when I logged into the account this morning, the very first thing that happened to me was I got hyperdicted and a Thargoid scanned me down and flew away. And I was like, holy crap, like literally just as I logged in. So that was interesting because at first I was like, what type of Thargoid is this? I know that there's new ones now, and I don't know if this one's a good one or a bad one, and fortunately, it was a good one, or a friendly one. It was a Bob. Here, I think I found it.
Bob's dance class.
There we go, I got it. Okay, passenger missions complete. Now we gotta bring him back home. Bring them back. Bring the boys home. Okay, there we go. 300 light. Here's... How many jumps is that? 7 jumps? I am without gas. Let's go ahead and fuel up at the station, shall we? Docking request denied. Why would you deny my docking request? Oh, you little bastards! Let me dock! It's because there's only 2 landing pads. And there's too many ships that want to get on here. You know, I should take priority over some... Oh, there we go. Over some lowly NPC. You don't deserve to dock. Alright. Let's get some fuel, bring these boys home, and maybe get in there just to join you guys in a quick wing before we have to close the Brocast down for the night. What happened to Minnie? He said he's going AFK. He didn't say he's leaving.
Yeah, he had to hop out. Should I drag him back in?
Oh, did he?
Yeah, I mean, he didn't say he wants to come back in. Maybe he's still busy, so I'll just leave it for now.
Yeah, he can message
He'll
us.
speak up if he wants to rejoin.
That's it. Okay, we got some fuels. We're heading back out. NPCs have feelings too. I don't care about their stupid feelings. Their feelings can wait. That is an interesting little floaty thing there. Alright, where are we going? Where are we going?
Well, why do I still have the same mission board for like 15 minutes now? Shouldn't that refresh at some point? Man.
I watched the new Solo movie the other day.
I haven't yet.
Everyone was saying it was garbage. My friends are like, it's terrible. I didn't think it was terrible. I mean, as long as you don't try to compare that guy to, you know, Harrison Ford and think like, oh, it's Harrison Ford. No, it's a different actor, obviously. He doesn't channel Harrison Ford as Han Solo later on, but the movie was decent. I mean, as far as like a Star Wars movie goes, had good action and an interesting story, and you know, felt Star Wars-y. And there was a lot of things that I liked about it. Can I spoil one little thing? It's not a big thing, just a little thing.
Why not? I'm probably not going to watch it anytime soon, so whatever.
Okay. Well, you know the whole debate in Star Wars that Han Solo says he did the Kessel Run in 12 parsecs, and everyone's like, you can't do the Kessel Run in 12 parsecs. 12 parsecs is a unit of distance, not a unit of time. And they actually described it. They showed how he did it in 12 parsecs so that they could actually make sense of that, so that the fans can't bash it anymore. And it was good. It made sense. It was well done. I really liked that thing. I'm sure anyone who, you know, knew that parsecs is distance and not time will appreciate what they did with that scene, that whole scene in the movie, to correct their mistake of decades ago. No Star Wars is better than the original 3, says Iman. Well, that is very true. None of,
Think of the younglings.
He killed younglings.
Oh no.
Yeah.
You know, I think the reason why the original 3 were so good is because at the time there was nothing like them. It's the same reason why the original Tron was amazing, or the first Jurassic Park was amazing. It's because all of these movies were breakthrough in their own kind of way, you know, with what they presented on the screen, and there was nothing else like it before. But nowadays,
Why do I still have the same mission board? What is going on?
You can do so much stuff now with like CG and everything that, you know, you ask like little kids or younglings to.
Yeah.
If you ask them to watch the original Star Wars,
so
they look at
much.
it and they're like, "Oh, it's not really HD. Like, it's not like high def and
Yeah,
cool
but I
looking."
mean, the trouble is because you can do so much with CG and all the effects and everything these days, it means that your story has to be all the much more stronger.
Yeah,
Because people
that's
take
true.
the effects for granted. If you've got a crappy story, it's just going to be a crappy film. And unfortunately, that is what we've seen in an awful lot of things, particularly the Star Wars ones. They're just crappy stories, you know? So you can put as many effects in as you want. It's not going to help. The original Star Wars wasn't like, you know, Nobel Prize winning stuff, really, you could say, but it was never intended to be. It was intended to be fluff stuff like Flash Gordon story. But what they've done wrong, I think, with the new ones is they've tried to make it a bit more of a story, but it's not enough of a story and it's not fluff enough like Flash Gordon.
Well,
It's
like
balls
Keith
between
Kerwin
the two,
Jones and
that's where it goes wrong.
Nightbot are saying Rogue One was excellent, which it's true. Rogue One was fantastic.
I love Rogue One. That was a proper Star Wars film.
Yeah, that had a hell of an ending, though, I will say. Hell of an ending. Like, not what I expected out of any Star Wars movie. It was like the exact opposite of what you'd expect from a Star Wars movie. So but that was great. Just a fantastic Star Wars story. And that's kind of what I'm looking at Solo as well. Just a Star Wars story, the way that they say it. You know, these are all Star Wars stories. They're not Star Wars. They're not trying to be Star Wars. They're not trying to replace Star Wars. They're just part of the universe. And we got to look at them as each like their own sort of thing. I thought it was pretty cool.
I see a bit of trolling in chat there. Warcraft trolling. Rouge 1.
Rouge 1. Oh.
Yeah. Thanks, Keith. And, who else was Rouge 1ing in there? Nightbot, Keith and Nightbot. Rouge 1. Bit of Warcraft trolling.
Is that what that is?
Come on, you played. Everybody's played Warcraft. How many people call rogues Rouges?
I never call them Rouges, but that's because I speak French.
Rouge. Yeah, Rouge. It's what you put on your cheeks, man. You know.
Let's see, I gotta burn off a little bit of hull here before I finish up this session, right? Oh my god! I overheated and I still ended up with 100% hull. Gotta love that diamond
DBX,
back.
You know?
Oh my god.
Yeah. They're built out of cryonium.
Google girlfriend reacts to Rogue One ending. Oh, I'm sure
it's
there's...
a trap!
I don't know if... Well, we don't want to spoil anything by talking about it, because there's a big spoiler if you say what happens at the end, but... Oh god, I want to spoil it so bad. Why? Why do I want to do it? Can't wait to see the wicked Ewok Star Wars story. Wicked Ewok Star Wars story? They're going to do another Ewoks Star Wars? Please. Please don't.
Wicked. I'd like to see Ewoks playing cricket.
Ewoks, I mean, look, we all loved the Ewoks, but let's be honest, that was probably one of the worst Star Wars ever, was with the Ewoks.
Oh, well, you know, George Lucas, a visionary in many ways, not so much in others.
I'm sure
Ewoks,
I'm sure Ewoks now would be much cooler.
Can someone tell me why I still have the same mission board? Like, what is going on here?
I was just wondering the same thing, actually, there. Because it's not changed for, like, ages, has it?
Yeah, half an hour now or something.
Yeah.
Do I have to relog now?
Jar Jar versus Wicked.
No, I've got new ones. I've got new ones. Unfortunately, the only wing one is to mine some silver.
Giz is saying board hop.
Well, we can't though.
Why not?
We're all in sort of the group in a wing.
Just reform the wing.
Yeah, but that's
We
annoying.
could, but it is.
Yeah, Elite Dangerous.
And yes,
Hashtag Elite
I have
Dangerous.
that mission for mining silver as well, and it's been there for half an hour now. Turgeon.
I had bromelite before that, but yeah, I haven't been looking. So yeah, it's not right good, is it? Apparently, industry also needs 32 units of water. For God's sake, go out and get it yourself, you lazy beggars. 32 units of water.
Oh, speaking of water, and water in space, I suppose, I just finished watching all 3 seasons of The Expanse. Oh, Oh, so good. And then
You
I heard
shut up,
I heard that they're
because I don't
filming
even
season
have-
4 now.
I don't even have
They
the later
are?
season available here to me yet. I can't watch it yet, and I'm super annoyed. Everything
Oh.
takes ages to come over the pond, and I can't bear it.
Oh my god.
Like,
What a great series. So damn good. I'm very curious to see what they're going to do with the season 4, though. Just because the way that season 3 ends, it's pretty crazy. No spoilers. Don't worry. I don't spoil stuff. I don't like spoiling movies. I hate when people spoil movies or TV shows with me. Oh, did you see that movie? You know what? They do this at the end. They're like, shut up. No, I just give my opinion. I loved it. I loved it. That's all you're going to get from me.
good.
And everybody dies. Oh, sorry.
Whoopsie.
Whoops. My bad.
Okay, now the mission board changed, but it's just a bunch of crap. Nothing interesting there.
Is it fluff? Let's see. Are we all sharing the same board? Let's have a look.
We have 2 donation missions for beer and tobacco.
Yeah. Give. So first off, they want like 20 units of water. Now they want 96 packets of cigarettes. I mean, come on. Oh,
Tons, not
industry
packets.
needs industry needs 8 units of algae. 8 units of algae.
They want to
obviously
make
want to
some
make some more
sushi.
underwear for that woman. Yeah.
Oh, hey.
Underwear for the woman that Josh had earlier.
They know how
8
popular it is.
industry needs.
She loved that. She called all of her
8
friends.
Apparently
Every
so.
single one of them.
Yeah.
Oh
They
my
have
god,
undie
these algae
parties now.
underwear. They make my skin feel so
Yeah.
smooth.
Probably the same people that need 45 units of emergency power cells. Yeah, well, we're not going to that one.
And I can't stop eating them. They're so delicious. Mmm.
12
Is that
units
the
of insulating
green
membranes.
algae or the red algae? Apparently you can get them in both flavors.
Oh,
It's the
you
itchy
can
one.
make up some terrible stories off this mission board.
Oh boy.
I'll
Oh
go
boy.
into that. But yeah, there's not right many good gigs here today.
Nope.
In other news, pop up on my computer, U.S. politics says that Brett Kavanaugh was just officially voted into the Supreme Court. Congratulations, idiots. I mean, Brett,
Well done, America.
well done. Well done.
Moving swiftly along.
Yeah.
Is the wing blocking the mission board? Says Studbucket. Do you know? I really don't know. I don't know. I don't think.
Well,
can
no,
you-
it
can
did
you
change
wing block a
now,
mission
but
board? It's still
it's
rubbish.
not good though. Yeah. But that's probably
Come
just
on,
bad.
Frontier. Push the wing change button again. Go out and dock and come back in again. Doesn't make any difference.
Oh. Why did my ship just stop short of that landing pad? Get back down there. All right. There we go. I did it. I did it. It's done. All those passenger missions. All 6 million credits worth of them. So, let's see how much money we made from an hour and 48 minutes of passenger missions. I always want to say passengers. Passengers.
Passion.
Well,
It's your passengers. It's your passenger missions, you know.
well,
Okay.
you had a passenger there with the algae pants. You know,
Let's...
fair enough.
Oh, okay. So what can we do here? I have multiple options for rewards. This is
yeah.
interesting. Okay.
Yes.
So-
yes.
Oh god, you have been gone for a while, eh?
He has been gone for a very long while.
I've been gone for a while. So I can choose 9.2 million credits with a little bit of reputation, a little bit of influence, or I could go with modified embedded firmware, 4 units, grade 5 rarity. I don't even know what the hell
By
that's
the way,
used for.
Josh, material storage is now not limited to 1,000
Yes.
overall, but to 250 or you know, depending on the grade.
Yeah,
to
that
each
that
material.
I was aware of. That I already knew.
Hey, you're
Yeah,
up to
yeah,
date then, I guess.
So you know, it'd be
What does her T-shirt say? though? I
infinitely
wonder what her
useful.
T-shirt says.
It would be infinitely useful to know what modified embedded firmware was actually used for. Like, maybe right on this reward, it would say used for blah, blah, blah.
Well,
It's grade 5,
Yeah.
just grab it.
Is that the hardest stuff to get?
Well, it's grade 5, so even if you don't need it, you can trade it in at a good rate against other stuff that you do need at a material trader. Oh yeah, there's material traders in the game now, Josh.
material traders.
I knew that
Right.
too.
Real traders.
Yeah, sure you did.
Who I refused.
Wow, 6 units of limpet? That's amazing. I can get 6 units of limpet. Yep.
I've never seen that before.
6 limpets.
Wow. Grab the bike at tech conductor.
I can see what the problem was with your passengers here now, because she's got the same jacket as the other lass, and she was obviously not happy about having the same jacket. That's just embarrassing. So she wanted the clothing to get a different jacket. That's what it was.
And here I can get
with edible
1
underwear.
unit of biotech conductors. All right, I get it.
Yeah.
We'll take it. We'll take it. Why not? Just take it. Just bend on over and take it. That's right. Take your bio unit conductors.
I thought you were supposed to be in this for the money. Never mind.
Well, apparently that's worth something, right?
Yeah. Well, you can't sell it. You can't sell.
Well, seeing that you haven't
useful
played
for
really
engineering.
in a while, that you probably don't have many of the materials, so it's good to just grab whatever you can get, really.
So I feel like I feel now this could be me not perceiving this right, but I made about 10 million credits in an hour and 50 minutes of gameplay. I feel like that's a little weak compared to combat.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
You have to. I mean, you know, the money that you can make is if you're lucky enough to find the right gigs and you pick the ones carefully. You know.
Well, let's
it's not really representative. The amount that
if you have a good massacre mission,
well, that's how I used to
will
make
pay
my
us
money,
several million, but it will also take you quite a while to kill all those ships. Like, that's not something that you do in 10 minutes or so if you have like 60
but you
or
have a
even 90
decent
ships to
combat
kill.
ship. You go out and you kill some bigger ships. You're getting, bounties of a few million.
Yeah, but even that usually comes out to, I don't know, I would say, and it's not much more than 10 million per hour, I wouldn't say, because even the big ships, the elite Anacondas or whatever, they give you like 250k, 300k roundabout, or maybe 400k. I think that's the most I've ever seen.
Ashboger saying detailed scan of a water world or Earth-like world is 500,000 credits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
if you
exploration
if
now
you
might,
get a first
if you
discovery tag.
If you look at money
Turn
over
the data
time,
into thousands.
exclamation might not actually be a bad choice now. The problem is you get it all at the
discoveries. Yeah, the first discovery tags double its value, so yeah.
Well, I'm certainly not going to have a problem getting first discovery tags because, like, once you're by the core,
well, I don't know.
Fly 5,000 light years.
Like a generation ship now,
yeah.
aren't you? You've been out there that long looking at systems. By the time you come back, they'll all be tagged.
I wish I could just point myself in one direction, set the thrusters on, and then just log off and let my ship float out into space and see where I end up. It'd be very interesting. Well, obviously can't do that, but it could be a generation ship, technically. All right. So, that's done. And what's this? 29,000 data intel for Alliance? What's this claim I've got here? A data intel claim? I don't know why I've got that. Where do I even claim that?
I'm just going to point out real quick while we're sitting here. Of course, you don't have it on stream right now, but this is exactly the issue that I have with the current system of missions and why people complained about losing the ability to board flip, because even now we're 4 people in a wing sitting at the same station. Everybody has their own mission board that they're looking at. Maybe the same. I'm not sure if it's consistent. I think it's supposed to be, but I'm not sure if it's actually the case. But we're looking for wing missions because, we want to do wing missions in the wing that we have formed. And I have one wing mission on the board of a type that I'm completely not interested in. So even if I lose the ability to board flip, what in a wing is already inconvenient because you have to reform the wing afterwards, if I lose that ability,
I have to sit here and wait for the refresh, which I think even in the new system is supposed to be like 10 or 15 minutes. Who wants to sit in a station for 10 minutes? That's not gameplay. That's not. That's, in my opinion,
it's
not
very
acceptable.
rare. Yeah.
So
it isn't.
I think that's why many people brought forth the, in my opinion, reasonable suggestion that if we lose the ability to board flip to get those missions that we're interested in, we should at least be able to like specifically request missions that we like of the type and of the kind that we're interested in.
This is something that's always bugged me a little, because if I were to land on an outpost in the middle of nowhere, like my favorite one, Dantec plant in the Andra system, where you get like 2 ships in 3 days go through the system, I wouldn't expect to see very many missions on that board because there's like nobody there. But if you come to one of these hub systems with a population of billions, to have like a dozen missions on a board is just ridiculous. There should be hundreds of missions on that board. You know, I would accept a low population area with very little missions.
I
that's
guess
half of the course. That should be.
I guess I get the technical limitations in the background, but then they have to find another way.
They're saying don't be lazy, just go to the next system.
Yeah, great. But I don't want to do that if I'm trying to work for a specific faction.
What if this is our player faction here, and we want to do missions for our player faction?
We can't go where the faction is present, and you can actually do missions for them. Of course, that's a possibility with Starstone because they're spread all over the place. But with new factions, you don't have that option.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
so it's a bit.
Okay, let's try something. We're gonna try our very best to not end on a negative note for today, since you know, it's my first time playing Elite in ages, and I actually had, well, I had a little bit of fun. It was fun hanging out with you guys. As always, it's always about the community. You know, the gameplay for passenger missions, I'm gonna say it's a little boring. I'm not particular. Oh, Jesus. Sorry. Thanks, Keith. Thanks for the donation and the heart attack. Here I am talking, and I'm looking at OBS, and I see Morgan Depot, and then the next thing I see is this image of an Asian dude making it rain with money, and I'm like, what in the hell is this? Is this a new feature in Elite Dangerous? And then the hawk popped up. Thank you very much, Keith. Okay, so anyhow, like I said, passenger missions, not particularly the most exciting gameplay, not particularly the most rewarding gameplay. I did get to see a couple of interesting sites. That was nice that they kind of directed me to that, and I can see that, you know, the short distance passenger missions could be a lot of fun if you want to go see some interesting things. For the long distance ones, I just don't see the benefit in it. You know, 25 million to fly 20,000 light years doesn't seem very beneficial. And if you're going to grab a whole bunch of them, you'd have to grab them all like within a local area, which I think the chances of that is pretty slim to none.
And additionally on that, you still have the risk of, you know, losing those passengers, making them angry at you, whatever, by happenings.
Yeah.
I think a good way to fix that system,
if someone crashes into you, you know, someone else, an NPC does a bit of reckless flying and you're flying safe, they'll still take that as your fault.
I think maybe,
what you can do about
maybe possibly, if they changed the passenger system so that you could choose an area of space, that area would show you, okay, there are several missions within, passenger missions within 1,000 light year radius of that space, and if you want to take those missions, click on it, and it will tell you who and which station you need to go and get it. Okay, fine. I would open the galaxy map. I would click that. I would go to those stations. I would grab them all, and then I would go off to that area of space and bring all those passengers and then bring them back. But we have nothing like that. And that presents a problem. That's the reason why at the beginning of this stream, well, before I got on the stream, I couldn't go and pick passenger missions. Because you have to go to a station and get random passenger missions from a random NPC, and you don't know where the hell they're going to bring you. It's completely random. So, anyhow, that's a good way to fix it.
Yeah.
we're going to wrap this up.
Because they're only going to be
about that positive note. Let's give some salutes in chat, boys.
Yeah.
We have to say goodbye for today.
Let's get some salutes in chats. It was great to be back. It was nice to see you guys again. We'll be back next Saturday again for another episode of the Brocast. I'm going to play some outro music. Here it is, coming right up. It's playing. Oh, there it is. It's playing again. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining. We hope to see you next time. We had a great time. Salute Solly, Spatula, Scorbius, Sinclair, Keith Kermit-Jones, Buster Gonad, Sabathius, Scor, blah, 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 blah. You know, all of that stuff. That's the usual stuff. I'm just going to say this is Commander Josh Hawkins, signing off.
Cheerio.
See you next time.